what are our principles? All exterior claddings are designed to allow the water to move through or past them, whether it is siding, stone, or brick. All right, water is going to get through. We need to provide a drainage plane and a cavity in the area for that water to move freely, and then we have to provide an escape route out. If we are holding the water, it becomes bulk, it becomes saturated, it becomes stagnant. That's where we get concerns and issues, where it can penetrate back through any of our penetrations and openings that we have inside of the home. All right. So in its simplest form, water gets behind, provided a cavity, provided an escape. At any point where you have a transition or a change on your system. Exterior wall assemblies, our house wrap installed, all of our penetrations, window and door flashing, vertical and horizontal trim flashing, deck and porch ledgers, stone and brick installs, gutter installs, any protrusions, any penetrations, any transitions, any changes, right? All those things impact our wall system and impact our moisture management. Right? Those are critical areas that we need to focus on. They're vulnerable points that we have on our build. Foundations, waterproof and grading, landscaping, downspout terminations. We're not going to focus on those today. It is its own training point. So let's talk about our flashing details. So on all of our blueprints, when we have a blueprint, we have detail bubbles, right? We have bubbles on our elevation pages, on our floor plans, on our building sections that point out to a detail. Do we have any detail bubbles that specifically call out what flashing needs to be applied in what location? Does it tell you exactly where? Yes. Anybody else? It's a 50-50. We don't, okay? And the reason why we don't is because if I just look at this home and on the front application, we probably have upwards to 30 or 40 different flashing applications that we need to install on the front of this home. And our entire elevation page would just be bubbles. So the point of this is that we have to have an understanding of what needs to be applied into which location, and it is up to you. And when we talk about you or everyone's responsibility, we know that we have phase specs, we know that we have good vendors, but it is as project managers, as owners of the homes, it is our responsibility to make sure that those things are being applied to correctly, right? So let's talk about our details. We have F1 through F1D. What are those details? Billy, go ahead, Ryder.
Siding, veneer, and general details.
You got it. F2 and F2B. F3 and F3B. Condo details for our new-to-be condo guys. F4. And CMU block is F5. So let's talk about a couple of major details that come in with our attached products in this condition that really start to make this challenging for us. So our guys doing our symphonies or doing our attached products, when we have changes in toe posts, all right, this is detail 18F1. This is a step roof line. This is when we go from a high roof down to a low roof. Sometimes that will be less than 8 inches, right? You might have a 6-inch change. If it is less than 8 inches, we've created this detail. Why did we create this detail?
Probably no way to get any type of water barrier into that small space.
You got it. Perfect, right? There's no way for us to get our step flashing and our tape application below that brake trim to be able to get that installed, right? Step flashing is generally about 3.5 to 4 inches tall, and then we have our 3-inch tape that's going to go on there. So remember, anytime that we set any kind of metal flashing, it has to be taped directly back to the sheeting. Okay? So if we can't do that, then we can't really complete the full detail as it needs to be completed. So what we do in this case, our framer will need to block down from that high roof line to that low roof line. Full solid block all the way down. And then we will wrap This is calling for ice and water shield. The detail is gonna get changed. We're working on getting it changed. You can use ice and water shield, or you can use our 24-inch white PWST. If you do the offset program, I believe it's gonna quantify out the 24-inch takedown. So that your framer or your roofer, however you wanted to handle that, once they block that down, they could then wrap that. So it goes from your low roof line up to the high roof line and over. Okay?